That was a bit of a bummer. Yeah, I just restarted my whole system. Hopefully that'll fix it. I'm wondering if something maybe got damaged in this, because I did lose power while I had everything on. So I'm hoping I don't have a short in one of my USB drives, because it seems to be that one of the USB drives keeps tripping, technical term, and it keeps resetting my whole system here. So that's something to troubleshoot going forward. Hopefully I've gotten that. Hopefully I've gotten that figured out. But yeah, that's the storms are not fun. It's not fun dealing with all this kind of chaos here. But hey, as they say, the show must go on. So we'll just keep on cruising. So what I was finishing up was my last part of the my conversation. I think I wanted to mention about what's going on here in Texas is that yes, this is this has been one of the worst storms ever, and it should get us to take climate change seriously, because as the climate changes, more bad shit like this is going to happen in the future. But the last thing I wanted to mention on this topic, as I have to go find water here pretty soon, is that I think what's been lost in all this is how Texans have been helping Texans. Take this article. Let me pull it up for you here real quick. Take this article here. This is a great story. So a favor driver actually got stuck delivering food to customers. So what had happened was she, while the storm was going on, she in her last run of the night, she went to go deliver food to these customers, and they lived down a bit of a hill. The car actually slid down the hill. The brakes didn't work. Just kept sliding and actually hit some shrubs or something. But yeah, she delivered the food and tried getting out and couldn't get out. And so the people who she delivered the food to were like, well, it's too dangerous for you to hit the road. Why don't you just stay here? And she's been staying with that couple for days, right? I mean, they opened their home to her in the middle of this storm, someone they had no clue, someone who was just delivering food to them, and they gave them shelter from the storm. I mean, that is Texans helping Texans, and that's what we do here, right? I mean, my Facebook feed is full of people offering food, water, power, and shelter to anyone that needs it. Sometimes the bad brings out the worst in people, but sometimes it also brings out the best as well. So my last story is one about Ted Cruz, but before that, I'm gonna take a quick break. Hopefully, the whole thing doesn't go to shit. Uh-oh. Hey, what is going on, everyone? Thanks so much for stopping by, checking out Citizen Pete Live. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and I will be right back. Welcome back. Hopefully, it's the last story of the show, which is good, because I've had a lot of technical problems that have come out of nowhere, and unfortunately, these things, of course, happen as you're going live. What you gonna do? So we've all done stupid things in our life, said stupid things, done things that we regret, sometimes live on the internet. But you've got to be out of your mind to think that when millions of people that you are paid to represent are without food and power, that it'd be a good time to head south of the border for a little Mexican siesta. That is, wrong girl. That is supposedly Republican Senator Ted Cruz is taking all the heat out of frozen Texas for jumping on a plane with his family and heading south of the border for a little trip to Cancun. Now, honestly, when I first saw this story, it really pissed me off. But then when I thought about it, if Ted's in Mexico, he can't screw shit up anymore for us here in Texas, so maybe that's a good thing. And if you thought this decision by Cruz was dumb, just wait until you hear his excuse.
Our girl's ass said, look, school's been canceled for the week. Can we take a trip and go somewhere warm? And Heidi and I, as parents, we said, okay, sure. And so last night I flew down with them to the beach, and then I flew back this afternoon. I had initially planned to stay through the weekend and to work remotely there, but as I as I was heading down there, I started to have second thoughts almost immediately, because the crisis here in Texas, you need to be here on the ground. And as much as you can do by phone and Zoom, it's not the same as being here.
Ah, I see. He was just being a good dad. He was scared for his kids traveling to Mexico, so he went with them. I mean, he was so scared for him and his family that he just left them in Mexico. Makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah, here's Cruz in the airport, looking like a deer in headlights surrounded by cameras, and notably without his children or his wife. Yes, so he again was so worried for his kids that he decided to leave them in Mexico. Also, it wasn't just... Oops, sorry, wrong B-roll there. Let's see if I have this. Oop, no, I don't. Also, he wasn't just spotted in the airport with him. It wasn't just himself. He was spotted with his wife, Heidi, too. And so I guess, he felt like she couldn't protect him. But as Heidi will tell you, Ted Cruz isn't that great at protecting anyone, including his family.
Perhaps a new low in the race for president. The focus turning to the wives of two of the Republican candidates. Senator Ted Cruz coming out swinging today, blasting Donald Trump for a retweet with pictures of the two wives side by side and the comments made about Cruz's wife.
Trump retweeted this image, Cruz's wife in an unflattering pose next to Melania Trump.
Yeah, Ted Cruz was so angry about that he went on to support Trump for 4 years and even voted to acquit him after sending an insurrectionist mob to the Capitol. So yes, I'm not buying this whole protect my family thing. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Also, he's saying that, the girls and all this stuff, they wanted to go hang out with their friends. But yeah, it turns out it was the Cruzes, apparently, who, set this up. So this tweet comes from... I don't want to say it supposedly comes from a friend of the Cruzes there, because I hate to tell you, whoever posted this is not your friend at all. But apparently these are text messages from Heidi Cruz actually setting up this whole trip to Mexico. So yeah, they set the whole thing up. So the idea that the girls just wanted to hang out with their friends, sure. And so also the other part of this argument is that he says he's got nothing to do here, right? There's nothing a sitting senator can do in Texas during this snowstorm. And apparently that was a good enough answer for, Ben Shapiro.
But let's be real about this for just 1 second. This is one of the stupidest aspects of our politics. Like, what exactly? It's not a real-time crisis that Ted Cruz, the senator from Texas, can do anything about. Because the senator from Texas is, in fact, in the United States Senate. He's a federal officer, right? He's a federal elected official. This is up to the mayor of Houston and, the governor of Texas and all the people who are state-level officials. And also, I just wonder, what is Ted Cruz, did they expect Ted to go there with, a blowtorch and start defrosting all of the pipelines?
Blowtorch. It's a good one. It's a good joke. Yeah, Ben Shapiro, not always known for his comedy, but that was a nice little one there. So in the beginning of that clip, I didn't have time to show it, but yeah, Shapiro actually references AOC. And, AOC has actually done some good stuff for the people of Texas. While Cruz is working on his tan, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has actually raised $1 million for Texas relief from this crisis. But again, what's Cruz supposed to do? Get a blowtorch? And Beto O'Rourke, who has famously lost his bid to replace Cruz a few years ago, has been operating phone banks to check on elderly folks in Texas and get them some supplies. But again, there's nothing for Ted Cruz to do. Nothing at all. Now, I've attacked Beto for saying that Texas is a, close to being a failed state. And, we ain't that far gone. All right, let's keep it real here. Still have a massive economy. We're leading the country in COVID-19 vaccinations. Our COVID numbers are down. So yeah, we're not that far gone. We're not a completely failed state. But when you kind of look at moments like this, you can kind of see us on our way to becoming a failed state if we keep electing politicians that fail us. Hey everybody, hope you are enjoying Citizen Pete Live. Very much appreciate you guys tuning in and watching the show. If you haven't already, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the channel, and also sign up for notifications. Very important to do that. Oops, more technical trouble there. Anyway, lots of technical problems on this show. Hey, we'll work on it, get back better than ever. Honestly, after the last couple days, and now running out of water, no power, no internet, lots of issues. To be honest, I'm just happy to be back live in general. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the show. Always appreciate you, and if you can, find some ways to help out here in Texas. This really has been pretty devastating to a lot of people in this community here. I currently don't have water. I've been lucky to have power. I have friends that went 60 plus hours without power, huddling, trying to stay warm. I've heard of people who spent the night cuddling their dog to try to conserve heat so the dog would be okay and they would be okay. Things are real rough here in Texas. We just don't have anything prepared for the snow like this. So if you can help out, please do. I'd very much appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching Citizen Pete. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will be back, hopefully, with a little less technical problems.